What did you think of the Chris Duncan and the Mateus fight? Fight of the night or
What,
what?
dude? That fight and the one before it. Absolute fucking
Yes.
bangers, dude. Just fucking. Those are. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't go by these names, man. But those two fights were absolute beginning to end wars. They were fun to watch. If y'all missed those were fun. Go watch them. They were fun. Rebecca, when he's all said and done, is gonna have so much fucking brain damage. This man comes out of every fight looking like he just left the operating table. It's scary. It's scary, but those were good fights.
And we're live. Episode number 20 of Under the Canvas. I got my co-host here, Nick. I'm Ken. Welcome, where we bring you all the news from under the canvas. Sorry we missed last week. Had some other demands that we had to attend to, but we got that all straightened out. We're good to go. So, how was your
It was
last week,
good,
man?
bro. Long week. How about yourself?
Yeah, it was all right. Flying around,
Of
you know
course,
how it
you're
is with
rich.
work and
That's
shit.
what happens.
But stop it. But since we did miss last week, we do have a card that we missed. We didn't really speak about. So we talk about Tyrang Park, man. What did you think of the overall card? Weird ass card, especially for betting. Even a couple of our friends that we were talking to, they couldn't understand what the
Yeah,
hell was
very,
happening with the
very
judging
weird.
and everything.
Just a
But what did you
weird
think?
card. Shout out to Tyra though. I always
Yeah.
thought Tyra was a title contender, dude. Like he's one of those sneaky ones that like he lost to Roy Val barely. It was a split decision. It was a barely thing. And it was because
Hmm.
of cardio, but like he can give these guys some trouble. Um, like he's
Yeah.
really good, and he looks like he gets better, and he's young, very young, and he has the greatest like post speech win speeches that you can do. So I love him, man. I love him. I think he could be a real big problem, bro. I really do.
You think he's up next? I do agree with you though that like he's underrated just because he has that one loss, but everyone keeps forgetting that it was against Brandon
Exactly.
Roval. And the only two people that have really beaten him are a former champ, and then we got Josh Vance. So it's like he's right
Exactly.
there. He's just like kind of swept under the rug.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah, but aside from that, I mean, obviously he got the submission win, spectacular fashion. I know it was a short notice fight. We would have liked to see him against Albazi, but what did you think of the Chris Duncan and then the Mateus fight? Fight of the night or
Well,
what?
oh, dude, that was those the fight that fight and the one before it. Absolute fucking
Yes.
bangers, dude. Just fucking. Those are. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't go by these names, man. But those two fights were absolute beginning to end wars. They were fun to watch. If y'all missed those were
Hmm.
fun. Go watch them.
Hmm.
They were fun. Rebecca,
Hmm.
when he's all said and done, is gonna have so much fucking brain damage. This man comes out of every this man comes out of every fight looking like he just left the operating table, bro. It's scary. It's scary, but those were good fights.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna continue to fight like that, but that's why we love him every time we see his name. Um, Chris Duncan, obviously, he's always gonna oblige if someone comes in there looking to the scrap, he's
Yeah,
gonna scrap back. But I don't know how much of an implication it has for like the lightweight division in both of those fights. But like I said, both great fights, and it tended to overall just showing that like you don't need the big names, and it's the same thing that we always talk about. Look at these fights at the apex,
correct.
these fight night cards that no one's talking about because all the people are hungry. Um, but yeah, moving on a little bit, I just want you to touch a little bit on Kevin Vallejos. What did you think of his performance? He talks a lot. Obviously, he was knocking people
Yeah,
out, and then he came to this kind of decision where it seemed like Danny Silva kind of had him figured
yeah. I
out a
mean,
little bit.
he looked good. It just he wasn't doing enough. I think he's very talented. Good
Hmm.
footwork, solid hands, good takedown defense. Um, for me though, like the aggression that you come through verbally has to match what you got in the ring. And he won.
Yeah.
but like he's got to be a lot more aggressive. Like it just against a guy like Danny Silva, like a decision's not going to be enough. You know, like you got to go in there and scrap. I just didn't get that sense from him today. Maybe it was just a down performance, and I'm not going to be all out on him yet, but he's got to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed a little bit one dimensional. I don't know if it was the cardio that got to him a little bit, but obviously, all of his fights that we've seen so far, he's obviously knocking
Yep,
people out first, second round. But you could tell he was just kind of swinging for the fences, and Silva had him figured out a little bit. He had him running around the cage. He was keeping his distance, so it looked like Kevin was a little confused. And like, I agree with you. Just the aggression in the talk pre and post fight didn't really match what we saw in
correct,
that in his
correct.
performance there. But we'll see. We're not gonna hop off just yet, but
We're
we're
watching.
watching to see what we're watching you because he might get
And
on
and
that
and,
ban
and
list.
what's his name? That fucking Elizu de los Santos, whatever the fuck his name is. You got to retire. You got to retire,
Yeah.
Papa. Because if Neil fucking Magny is knocking you out, that is a telltale sign that it's time. If you needed a sign, that was the sign. Unacceptable.
Yeah, that was a weird one too, because Neil was in like a weird position where it looked like he had bottom position and he kind of just flipped it on him
Yes,
immediately and it just got top position and just like literally just started hitting him with elbows and whatever. And it just looked like that Santos guy just kind of just welted under
that's
the
what
pressure. It
happens
was
when you're
weird.
60 years old
Um,
fighting. Ken, you lose feeling, you lose sense. It's crazy.
Yeah, but to Neil Magny though, I mean, Neil Magny, he's been on the downside now, and they're trying to get him out of there as fast as he can. He's not really a gatekeeper anymore. He
It's
fell
true.
off from that.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's time.
Yeah, yeah,
It's time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get
Gotta
the
get him
fuck
out of
out of
there.
here.
But yeah, overall,
Yep.
decent card, for what it was. Obviously we have another kind of. It's. I was actually looking at the fights. It's pretty good actually. If you take away the headliner, the undercard is a little
Okay.
bit better.
Okay.
So we'll just get into that real quick and see what you think. All right.
Lily, I am recording.
So we have Dolidze versus Hernandez.
There we go. My dog's trying to get in the shot here.
There All right. So any of these prelim fights kind of stick out to you? What are you thinking? We got Cody Brundage, our old
Cody
friend.
Brundage versus
I don't even know how
I
he's
don't
still.
even know who the fuck Eric Moncoko is. I've never heard of that fucking name in my life. Oh my gosh, who is Eric? Who is this guy?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's not even loading for him. That's how unknown he is. Yeah,
Oh man, that's
it's not
crazy.
loading. Anyways, we'll go
We'll
over
find
the
out. We'll find
we'll
out more
give you the
about Eric
prelim picks on
Moncoko.
the
We'll come
Instagram,
back.
but anyways, Eric Andrews, and then we got Chris
Oh,
Leroy Duncan.
CLD,
I remember when
CLD.
Chris Leroy first came in. Yeah, I remember when he first came in, he had a big hype around him, and then he kind of lost a little bit. Kind of lost a little bit of his steam
He
there.
should dominate.
What are you
He
thinking of
should
this fight
dominate there.
overall? Go ahead.
Knockout. Straight knockout.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's kind of like it's that first fight right after the prelims. I think they're kind of giving him a tee off there where he can just like figure it out and hopefully get that win there. Because if this kind of make or break for
It
him.
is. It is. Let me tell you, my boy Gene Matsumoto is a problem. He is really good. He
He
had a
is.
banger in his last fight. He's the real deal. So watch out for my boy Matsumoto. He's fun to watch.
Yeah. And obviously we'll deep dive a little bit more in the Instagram, and then when we post the video we'll have all the picks up. But yeah, what are you leaning towards in that fight? Are you leaning towards a finish with Matsumoto,
Miles
or
Johns
you
is
think Johns
tough.
will
He's tough,
figure it
so
out
I
there?
could see a decision for this one for sure. But it'll be
Veteran.
a hard fought match. But I think
Hmm.
Matsumoto, he's skilled everywhere. He's good on the feet, very good
Hmm.
takedowns. Um, Always willing to scrap. Again, another young guy that has insane cardio. I think he'll run away with this one.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I think age. Like, I know the experience that Miles may have a little can outweigh that, but I just think that Gene, he's a little bit faster. He's a little bit better on the feet there. So, like you said,
Yep.
he's well rounded. So I'm not gonna say finish like you said. I think I'm gonna go
Yep.
decision on him. But like I said, we'll have official picks
Correct.
on the gram. And then moving up, we got the best nickname in the game, in my opinion, Andre Touchy Feely versus Christian Rodriguez. Um, Obviously, Philly, he's been on kind of on a little downward trend there, on a little bit slide. Christian Rodriguez, same as well. But I think I'm liking Christian
Chris
Rodriguez a little bit.
Rodriguez is a guy that's just
Um,
like he's so boring, but he keeps winning these fights. They've put him against like three up and coming prospects, and he's beat them all. You said you like this man's nickname. I think his nickname describes his career perfectly. It's just touchy feely. It's just been fucking he can't get any fucking stride. Against a guy like Christian, I think Christian's just gonna be
yeah,
more
yeah.
active, more volume, more. This is how he beats these guys. He's just throwing for the sake of throwing, takedowns for the sake of holding you for a couple minutes. Like he just knows how to win a fight. Against a guy like Feely, I think it goes right into his wheelhouse. I see Christian winning a
Hmm.
boring decision here. This is the fight where you, yeah, go eat some
Boring
food during
decision.
this one. This is the one where you get some food.
Word. And this next fight, we got Lucindo and
Fucking A,
Hill.
bro.
Obviously, we're liking Lucindo, how she's
Yes.
trending. She's a bit small for the even a strawweight. She's still a little small. Hill could be a little bit
Yeah,
tall for
she's
the weight
tall.
class.
She's
But I'm
tall,
taking
but
Lucindo on this one,
she's a
man.
pain in the ass. I'm so tired of watching fucking Angela Hill fight. I feel like this is my 90th time watching her fight. I feel like she's like 90 and 89. Um, she just fucking she's like that bug that won't go away, bro. Like, I don't know. I just hope that Lucindo does her job here. I think this would be a good one for her. Angela's the gatekeeper of the strawweights. She's always been the gatekeeper of the strawweights. Not elite at anything, but decent at a bunch of things. So it's a really good way to test your skills. This will be the one to see if Lucindo can be a top 10 fighter or not. She already is, but like, are we talking like title,
Hmm.
like or not? Yeah.
Cemented.
So
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I agree. I think Angela Hill's like she even kind of looks like Neil Magny in a little bit. Like she's the Neil Magny of the women's
the
strawweight.
real dog.
So
It's
it's like
true.
it's the same thing.
It's true.
They've been in the game for a while. They hover around that 14, 15,
Yep.
12, 13 like ranking area, and they just hold it down, just as basically a gatekeeper. But like I said, I'm predicting probably Lucinda will get it done. But again, Hill can be a little bit scrappy. But again, I think it'll probably be a boring fight. But we'll see how it
Correct.
happens. And then moving up here, we got Steve Urseg versus Odie Osborne. Man, how did we get here with Steve Urseg? Just 3 fights ago, knocking people out, was fighting for the title, and now he's co-headlining a fight night versus Odie.
I
What
mean,
do you
this
think is
is a
going to happen here?
mismatch. I mean, yeah, Usyk has lost three in a row, but those three losses are to Moreno, Kai Kara France, and Pantoja. So let's not get
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, he lost all of them. It's disappointing. He's down here, but Odie Osborne's not on the same level as any of those guys I just mentioned. Not even close. Different planets, different stratospheres.
Hmm.
Usyk lost to the best. I don't think this guy. I think this is a bounce back one just to get him back in that win column. But I don't think there's a scenario in which, unless this guy has like a UTI, there's no way Odie Osborne can beat him here. Not no shot in hell. No shot in hell.
It's weird though because Steve's fought for the title. He's not even ranked anymore. I mean, I know when he first got the title shot against Pantoja, he was like the number 10 fighter. But to lose to like the names that you said and
And
to
not
lose your
only
ranking off that,
no, because
do you
not
think that
only
warrants
people
that, or do
forget
you
the
think
Pantoja fight, he lost the last round, decided the fight. He
he
exactly
won?
like there's people there's
He
people that
lost
say
that.
that he
He
won the
didn't. He
fight.
didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. And
and Pantoja's dominating everybody.
so
Kai Kara France was knocking everybody out. He just got his title fight. You know what I'm saying? Moreno just fucking finished somebody. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but that it's fine. But like I said, this is gonna be it's not even gonna be close. So it'll be fine.
Yeah, like that fight, and people say Steve lost that fight. He didn't get beat, but it just goes to show that that division is kind of the same thing as the heavyweights. It's kind of up and down. There's one champ, and that's the person who's going to
Correct.
dominate. Yeah, like you said, ass. So they need to inject some life into that. Unless Pantoja moves up or Pantoja just starts, because he's gonna circle
Correct.
the block on all these dudes. You know, he's gonna go through the top five, top six,
Correct.
top seven. And he's just gonna keep doing that because I don't see anyone beating him. But we'll see how it happens, man. Hopefully, because if Steve loses this fight, we're talking about what's that, one
I'm
and
not,
three
I'm
in his
not even,
1 and 3,
not
one
even
and
worried
four
about
in
him
his
losing
last.
this fight. I'm not even a little bit. Not even
All right, all right. Nick says
everything.
bet the
Both
house.
your houses.
All right, and then we got the main event, middleweight bout. It's kind of interesting fight. We got Roman Dolidze from XC, which are with our boy Eric, and then Anthony Hernandez. Obviously, a big fight, top 10 contenders on both of them. What are you thinking? You think Roman can continue his streak, or do you think Hernandez is going to continue that
Fluffy's
streak
too
that he's on now?
much. I think Roman has a
Yeah.
problem when it comes to cardio. He's very active in that first round, second round, but he always dies out. This is going to be a 5 round fight. Anthony has insane cardio. He comes to you
Mhm.
at an insane pace. Roman's good on where Roman thrives is where he can get the fight down. Against Anthony, he's not going to be able to.
Mhm.
Um, so, like I said, looking at both of them, I think the one attribute that Roman can use to advantage is the clinch because he's a naturally stronger man, the bigger man. But so was Michelle Pereira.
Right.
Like it's going to be a very similar fight to that where Anthony didn't let this man get anything off. Like he tired him out, gassed him out, and then Pereira couldn't last for the rest of the rounds, barely surviving. Like the cardio is insane. He's coming off a win of that bitch ass Brendan Allen. Um, and like I said, it's not gonna stop here. Fluffy is a title contender. That the reason he's fighting, he has to keep fighting 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and all this orders because the guys up top they don't want
Because
to
no one
fight
wants
him.
to accept
So
it.
that's the reason.
They don't want to take
So
it.
he's working his way
Mhm.
slowly up, but they can't avoid him forever. So
Yeah. No, I wish I could say I was surprised that you said Fluffy because it feels like every 3 days you're asking Ian about
when is
when is Fluffy
Fluffy
news
gonna
coming out. When is
fight?
the Fluffy news coming out?
Come on.
You're always asking about Fluffy. So yeah, but I agree, man. But it's weird because obviously Georgian, just like Marab, but also trains at XC. You would think that the Elite would have a little bit better cardio and not just come out super hot and
Correct.
just like fade off like that. Because all the XC guys, none of them fight that way, but where they just fade off that quickly. But yeah, like I said, I agree with you. Fluffy too much. It's gonna put the pressure on him. Just keep going forward. I mean, there's always a puncher's chance unless Roman can kind of get it up against the fence, hug him a little bit, take him down, keep him there. But I don't see that happening. I think Fluffy's too well rounded in that. He's not going to get
Correct.
taken down too easy. Are you going KO, sub, or are we just going to go straight
I'll
decision?
take summer points. We'll do a double chance.
Nice. Yeah. No, I agree. It's good sub or points. I think the way I see it, Roman's going to kind of blitz him and then he's just going to get taken down. Probably a sub. I'm not going to call what sub, probably
Yep.
second, third round, but we let's go Fluffy, man. Because like you said, no
No,
one wants to
they
fight the
no one
guy.
wants to fight him. It's a shame. They should all be embarrassed with themselves. Come on.
All right, so that kind of wraps up that card. But we had a couple fights that got announced. So the first one we got Charles Oliveira, and then we got versus Fazeev. We had a
Yeah.
little chat about this. I think that just shows that that card is going to be trash in
That I
Brazil
mean,
because they're just using
what are you
Charles's name.
supposed to
But
do?
what do you
Like
think
you
of the
guys,
fight?
that's what else are they supposed to do? Of course, you take a fucking if you're in Brazil, you got to get a Brazilian that has a big following. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but
No,
the
it's
rest of the
not. It's
card
gonna
is
be
going
a
to be a
bunch of
bunch of no names.
Brazilians. That's it.
All right. how do you think that fight plans out looking ahead all the way to October, given that Charles was literally
I don't remember
unconscious
him
5
being
weeks ago?
unconscious. I think the ref it was an early stoppage. Um, I think I think that it's gonna be Charles all the way here. Faziev is sick, but he's not as he's very like 1-2 tap, 1-2 tap. He hasn't gotten a finish in a little bit now, since his injury. I think this is a good little moment for Charles. 5 years coming back to Brazil, you know, he'll this is the moment right here.
Right, right. I think that the way that fight's gonna pan out is kind of like the Chandler fight,
Yeah,
Charles and Chandler fight. Fazeev has that same kind of style. Obviously, one is a wrestler and
yep,
one is more of a striker, but it's that same
correct.
kind of just no real game plan. But he did show us a little bit of a game plan on that last fight that he just fought over there in
Yeah,
Azerbaijan. Um, but like I said, I'm not a fan of this. If Charles loses, this is not good for him, especially if he loses by knockout or KO or something like that. We
nah,
may have
he's
to
gonna
start
be
talking
fine. He's gonna
retirement.
win the fight.
Um,
Easy, Ken,
easy.
and you can bank on it.
All right. So yeah, those obviously we're gonna go over the fights
Pay
for
per
next
view.
week, the big card, because
Yeah.
that one's gonna be a good one. Pay-per-view card. We'll have the picks for this one officially on Instagram later on Saturday, right before the fights. And then we'll have the video for the next
Yes,
pay-per-view
sir.
card coming up next week. So stay tuned, guys, and thank you.